Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Two Idiots Reading Comics. This week's episode 95, Nocterra. We're glad you can join us. As always, tell your friends, your family, anyone that's interested in listening to comics and talking to two idiots about it. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. And as always, let's get to it.
And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. It's super late at night. Last one for the month. Kind of a segment today. We'll explain. We got to work on a better one. But it's all we got right now. We'll get to that. But first, we have Nocterra. Very good.
One. By Image. This is...
Should have expected nothing less from Scott Snyder.
Of course.
Now, it's not Greg Capullo, I don't think. Is it?
No Greg Capullo.
Okay,
so
cool.
we've got...
So I know he's working on one of his Comixology originals. That's something we can talk about later in our segment. We need to talk about that for real. But yes, he's working on a Comixology original.
Greg or Scott?
Greg and Scott together are teaming up on one of his Comixology originals.
You know we got to write it down. We're going to forget it.
True. So, who's on art?
But as always, again, Thomas said it best. We got Scott Snyder as our story. Art, Tony S. Daniel. Colors, Tomeu, Tomeu Mori. You got any better way to say it? Tomi
Nope.
Mura? I like it. Letters, and World Design. So...
I'm just laughing about how every time we say Scott Snyder, you almost say Snot Snyder.
I do.
Every time.
I really do.
Literally every time you
I
almost
almost
say
do it. I almost say Snot Snyder. Snot Snyder. Yeah, because it rhymes. It works. So.
The man deserves more respect, though.
He does. So, what did you know of this before?
My occasional glances into, because as weird as it is, us trying to be comic book podcasters with the YouTube channel, we made that clarification tonight. My occasionally drift into comics YouTube, check some stuff out, see what everybody's mad about, and then I come back. And then on Twitter, same thing. But I do remember everybody freaking out, or not freaking out, but everybody hyping up a book called Nocterra one week. And I was like, what the hell is that? And all I had to see was, Scott Snyder just released another book.
Of course.
And it's with Image, so he's not going to be, it's creator owned. He doesn't have to deal with all. I like DC, I like Marvel, but they come with a lot of baggage and bullshit. And he doesn't have to do that with Image, who I'm sure has their own bullshit. But it's his characters. He owns it all. And I was like, I would love to see what he does, like untethered from established characters.
Of course. And
so I read issue 1 and I said, that's pretty damn good. And I didn't read anymore.
My introduction to this was from my wife's step uncle. He's a big comic book fan. Richard.
Apparently a listener of the show.
And a listener.
Appreciate that, Richard.
I
tell you what, we got to your request a lot faster than anybody else's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
And that's 2 of 2 on request, so leave yours.
Yeah. He also recommended the the Batman White Knight that we did.
I thought that was the guy on YouTube.
That was him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
He's the one that told us to check out Comicsgate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same guy.
I don't know about you, Richard. Maybe not. Next time you see Richard, I want him, because I always offer to let Davis pick comics. Sometimes he's like, he works outside and does hard labor. I usually sit in a car and do paperwork, while other people are doing hard labor. And so most of the time he leaves, the book choices up to me. I want to know what Uncle Richard's opinion of my taste in comic books is, to be honest.
I can definitely ask him.
Okay.
But again,
unless it's bad, don't tell me.
I won't tell you if it's bad.
Okay.
But either way, so he suggested this last time I saw him, and then we talked again. He suggested it again, and that was my first introduction. I had no idea what the baseline was for it, but I took his advice. He definitely knows his way around comics a little bit more than we do right now.
He's the one that gave you that autograph sign version, or
I've got
the Hush Batman.
Hush Batman. He got me one of the 3 Jokers signed.
Ooh.
And
that is Scott Snyder.
Frog. Oh, I forgot the frog name.
Thor Frog?
Nope. It's somebody separate created a character. He's like a frog ninja. Oh, I feel so bad because I don't remember. But it's in. I've got it here at the house and signed by the creator, I believe.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. So
either way, but yes, he's definitely helped out a lot. And but other than that,
I don't know why this just popped into my head, but you know how anytime a rapper sings about Miami, they say shout out to Uncle Lou?
Yeah.
I don't know if we could come out with like some kind of cool outro and just like in the back, you know how Chappelle show always ended with the I'm rich biatch?
Huh?
If we could come up with some type of like, get the part in the Drake song where it says shout out to my Uncle Lou, and just like where instead of Lou, we do that where it does the robot Google voice and says Richard.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny in credit.
I would like that. But again, he had told me about the principle and the idea of it, but it didn't really sink in until I read it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a big fan.
Oh, it's a very good book.
Definitely a twist on the whole zombie.
Oh, for sure.
Infection.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
But it's definitely a twist on zombies.
Mm-hmm.
You have the big trope of when the kids are young and the whole government says, come to these refugee camps.
Why does anyone ever do that?
We'll come get you from your homes.
Absolutely.
And we'll take care of you.
It worked out for them a couple times,
But again, the whole idea of these big, massive camps in the beginning
full of people
are full of people that we have no idea how the infection spreads.
It's like these people.
Someone's gonna fuck up.
It's like these people have never lived in a pandemic before.
Yeah, and what's fucked up is we've done that now in real life. And
now he's fucking with our microphone.
Yeah, I know. You have made me now do it in this.
I'm also leaning on the thing that's probably not good at all. But
yeah, you've been shaking me like a motherfucker over here.
I bet I have.
I'm not sure where to take that, but we're gonna move along, folks. But yeah, this is to me definitely.
I'm gonna be like Davis and put the cord between my crotch.
It's definitely better than on the side of me.
It's true, my arm's not hitting it.
This is definitely a zombie-esque. I mean, infection, but
different enough to where you don't get the vibe, because like I didn't pick it up at all.
The only time I picked up the vibe is when the kids' mother and father were infected, and then the government, then the news came out and said.
I did say to myself, I was like, whoever, like, why would anyone ever go to these like government things?
Val and Emery, when their parents were infected, and the news was like, wait until the government, till soldiers come pick you up. And
how fucked up is it that like during the when they finally turn, like they'll start talking to you, but it's really like the other monsters talking to you.
That last transformation
where they're like, "We love you." That overnight, they're not talking to us, but that's also very fucking creepy. Yeah,
dude, that was when Val was narrating it, and she was like, "I came to find out that." They weren't saying "I love you" to us.
Yeah.
They were saying it to somebody else. And I'm sitting there going, "Okay, that's fucked." Yeah. Like that's creepy.
You.
That's creepy.
You know what? I always wondered, like, how do horror comics work? Like, I don't think I think this was a horror comic.
What do you mean?
I've heard people talk about horror comics. I'm like, how do you do horror in a book? Like,
that kind of shit.
Mainly because
I would imagine it's something along those lines of.
Mainly because I feel I guess in comic you could do the page turn trick, but I don't see how you do the jump scares that make horror pop like a movie.
You would have to do more of of course, the page turn, but more of
more just creepy.
Val saying, like, you read that the parents are saying, "I love you, we love you, you are our everything," esque, and then her go, "I come to find out they weren't talking to us."
Yeah,
that is where you would get kind of the that scary aspect.
Yeah.
And I got a real Jaws vibe to this.
Yawn, I just fucked you with that yawn, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I got a very Jaws vibe of this. Of they always talk about the humans being shades, yet we never see the shades until the end. Yeah. Never see the human shades.
Oh yeah.
And that's a very Jaws-esque.
And they set that up from then, that like the smudges or human shades are always like a million times worse than whatever.
And that's a very Jaws-esque theme that Jaws created. Was you see the fin, you always know it's there.
Yeah.
It's always circling, yet you never see Jaws until it's too late.
Have you actually seen Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen them all three.
Oh, I haven't seen any. Davis, I'm scared of sea monsters.
That hurts my soul. That's actually kind of upsetting. You've never seen Jaws.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Don't like animals that are bigger than me, especially when they're in the ocean and I'm not in control of my own body.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely terrifies every fiber of my being.
Exactly.
But it's Jaws.
Nope. I didn't watch The Meg, and I knew that movie looked like shit.
Oh, the movie was trash. I still watched it.
No.
Because it was a sea monster.
Nope.
You ever seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Nope. Is that a sea monster movie? I thought that was a submarine movie.
It's a submarine movie with a giant octopus attacking the submarine, a Disney movie from back in like the 70s, 60s. It's an old Disney movie.
I don't even like... I can just barely tolerate the Kraken in Pirates of the Caribbean.
And that's not even real. Like, it's not even...
They don't actually show the monster. And just the tentacles, I'm just like, no, don't like that.
Huh. That's interesting.
Especially when it crushes the ship and you're just like, I thought that's a big ship. I thought I was safe. It wasn't like I was in a dinghy. That's a big ship.
Jaws is on like a 30-something foot fishing boat that it can eat.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that.
Wow, that's interesting. Didn't know that was one of your fears.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't revere my fears on this show.
Revere or reveal?
Reveal my fears on this show.
You have something in your mouth and it's fucking up your podcasting ability.
It's called whiskey.
Oh, I thought you were chewing ice.
No.
Which would have really pissed me off.
But again, the whole fact that the shades are hidden and you never see them to the end. We're 13 years...
That could be a segment.
What?
We're doing a horror comic. Let's talk about what we're scared of.
No.
Okay.
No.
I think they already know mine. Spiders and sea monsters.
Yeah, I was about to say yours is easy, and mine are
and
more
commitment.
Mine are more mind internal that I can't really express.
Well, now you got to tell us.
Well, I don't feel comfortable expressing on the show.
Just don't say fatherhood.
No, that's not. No.
That should scare you.
Maybe. Either way. But we're 13 years into the PM, they keep calling it.
We could have came up with a better name.
What?
Couldn't we?
Are they calling it PM for like...
Being dark.
Like dark? So PM didn't stand for anything other than just
I
whatever
think they said
PM
something, but it was also
for.
like extremely convenient.
To what PM stands for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because that made no sense to
especially
13
when
PM. It's just like...
Especially when it's like, it happened in the morning.
Talking about when it happened?
Yeah. It went dark in the morning. It wasn't even PM.
Yeah.
It was AM.
I know. It just... the whole PM part was a little odd. I'd have been like the blip or the darkness or.
How soon did you find out that the granddad's brother was a bad guy?
When he was talking to Blacktop Bill. I mean, I didn't see.
You didn't see it coming?
I didn't.
Well, let me tell you right now, don't ever trust anyone named Tiberius.
That makes sense, because isn't that a Greek mythology?
Well, they say in the book, the Tiberius and the other one were the first two rulers of Rome. But think about fictional characters, all named Tiberius. Are any of them good guys?
Now that you say it out loud, and I actually think about it, Tiberius is
And Daddy Lannister or Tiberius?
Tiberius, Tyrion.
I think it is Tiberius.
Is it Tiberius?
I think so.
Tyrion.
Cersei.
I don't remember the brother's name. Jamie.
And Tiberius.
Tiberius sounds right.
I think it is. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
But it really does sound right. But now that you say it out loud, like, oh, you didn't
and
see
you know
Tiberius
but
Tiberius is...
When I was Googling the question for the Han Solo, I had to look up the cast.
Uh-huh.
Woody Harrelson turns on Han Solo. Tiberius.
His name's Tiberius. Fuck.
Ain't no good Tiberiuses. I was sitting there, I was like, as soon as they revealed Blacktop Bill had a employer, I was like, I don't trust this brother we're going to now.
And
then they said his name was Tiberius, and I
was
that
like, Augustus?
Yeah, Augustus.
Augustus? Okay.
Is that what you've been thinking about the past 30 seconds?
Yes.
That was not that important.
No, but I'm trying to think of if there's been Augustus's, like Tiberius is significant with darkness, if Augustus has been significant with
the only
light.
other Augustus I know has got sucked up in a chocolate tube.
Charlie Tucker, nice. Yeah. Nice. And then the Augustus golf course. Augusta golf course.
That's getting clipped and sent to our friends that lived in Georgia.
Fuck Georgia.
Okay.
You send that to them too.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Fuck Georgia.
Yeah, fuck them dogs.
Atlanta trading Freddie Freeman, not telling him.
I don't think... What? That's what happened?
They didn't tell him he was actually being traded.
I thought he just didn't resign.
Well, yes.
He's a free agent.
Yes, but he didn't find out that he was going to the Dodgers until ESPN posted it.
I thought he was a free agent.
He was, but...
He didn't sign with Atlanta.
But the Braves didn't tell him that he was being sent to the Dodgers.
You can't get traded as a free agent, dude.
Okay. Well, then he wasn't a free agent because...
I'm pretty sure he was a free agent.
Because the reports is that Freddie didn't find out until ESPN announced that he was going to the Dodgers. That the Braves... No one told Freddie he was going to the Dodgers.
Well. I don't...
So fuck Georgia and all their sports.
I don't think... You don't even give a shit about the Braves.
No, it's just fuck Georgia and all their sports.
Yeah. Also, like... Why are you trading them to the Dodgers?
That's a good question.
Trade them to a team that, like... Unless you're
not in their league.
Unless you're doing... I mean, yeah, they're in the NL together.
AL?
No, they're in the NL together. But, like...
Well, that is stupid.
Apparently that's where he's from. And so if he's asked
Cali?
for that... He's from LA.
Huh.
If he just asked for that, okay, cool. But, like, I'm not trading you to... We already had to play you in the NLCS every year.
The report is he didn't have a clue where no one told him where he was going until ESPN reported it. Either way.
Back to our comment.
The whole
podcast.
Tiberius Augustus, I did not see the Tiberius theme of being always Tiberiuses are bad coming.
Ain't no good Tiberiuses.
And what the fuck is up with Blacktop Bill?
Apparently they fused them with some
carbon nanotubes is what he said.
Yeah. Now they talk about everything he touches catches on fire or some shit.
Yes.
He sat in his own damn car driving it.
And he also picked up the the translator helmet, and it wasn't burning either.
Yeah.
So can he control?
Also, he's carrying guns everywhere, so.
So can he control it?
I don't know.
Because the way they made it seem when he touched that dude's
It
face,
was like everything I touch. I'm like, what about your clothes then?
well, I think his clothes were the nanotubes.
Oh, true. Yeah, he's.
I think he was. I think
I
he
don't know. In my mind, he was wearing a suit the entire time.
I think he technically was naked, but with the tubes on him.
Okay.
Like the tubes were his suit.
Okay, because he definitely seemed like he had the frame of wearing like a 3-piece suit.
I guess they made the tubes
In my
look like
head,
that.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
But I really enjoyed that character.
Oh yeah, he's a complete badass.
I love it. And then the whole fact of tying the granddad, harpooning the granddad to the roof of his car.
Yeah.
And forcing the granddad to transform just to kill the his grandchild. That's vindictive and crazy and psychopathic, and I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's badass. I don't know if I love it, but yeah.
I did like to see on this that we got some of the aspects of Emery they were able to revert his fall to being a shade.
Yeah.
Though his eyes had changed to stars.
Mm.
And
that's what I really thought was coming. That was like, because they talked about in the camp or whatever with the army, once you get to a certain point,
correct.
Like, they can pretty much send you back and forth, but you're always going to be
transforming. Yeah. But apparently Tiberius had a light from Eos, the garden.
Yeah, apparently
there's nine like realms almost.
I didn't get that part.
Oh.
That was kind of confusing. Basically, what I understood was that Augustus said, "Hey, I'm about to do this thing. Some people already know." That's what I think he said. There's like 9 other places. Is what I think. I could be completely wrong.
I was thinking there was like
because he's like
realms.
prisms or something. I don't know. But he's like, this is about to happen. You need to build this place because Tiberius is the one with all the money. And
well, he's all the money that got Augustus going, but apparently there's more money.
Yeah.
Above Tiberius.
Oh yeah, I mean there's more wealthy people for sure. But Tiberius had the money, and then Augustus built this thing. He's like, "Hey, you're gonna want to build this because this is about to happen." And I forgot where I was making a point, but so Augustus created the dark, and then Tiberius was like, "I have this thing. Here's where all the safe people are." I forgot your point. You were saying something. I was making a counterpoint.
The point I was going with was that the way I understood it, there was 9 realms. I'm calling them realms. They call them something else in the story. But that there was a light realm that was pure energy, like just pure light.
Yeah, and they've been trying to draw
light from that before the fall.
Yeah,
but when they initiated the procedure, it drew from the darkness.
Yeah.
But when Emery went under, he could see visions of the light and the dark's war.
Yeah.
And Earth is in, I think they said realm 4. So it's like in the middle.
I don't know. This is also the last book I had to read for this. I was trying to get a move on it.
I enjoyed this.
It was very good.
Like this one, I would continue this on my own. I liked it. I liked it that much.
Yeah, I like it. This is also me just being. I like hit a wall. I'm very tired right now.
Yeah, I saw it hit you.
Sarcastic. But yeah, very good. There's a lot of stuff on my reading list right now. I don't know.
I
don't know where it would be.
Keeps growing, but
paper trades maybe, or like It's definitely on the Kindle. I'm not going to add this to my pull list.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm picking this up on the Kindle. Like,
Yeah.
put 3 or 4 down, and then I'll probably grab them,
Yeah.
or just wait till the next volume.
Yeah, for sure. Wait for the trade.
But this is definitely, I would definitely continue this on my own if we never continue this on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But not a pull list. This isn't something I would put to the pull list. Now, if this continued well, I would definitely love to see this in a hardcover.
Oh, sure. An Image does. I mean,
yeah,
Saga's
yeah,
right there.
of course. We saw it with Saga
and Invincible,
and
definitely Walking Dead.
Oh, I mean, that's a gift.
They're top 3 books, but you know.
Yeah.
I've seen others too.
Yeah, but yeah, again, this is definitely, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I love the aspect that it took me at least 4 issues before I sat there and went, "Oh, this is a zombie movie. This is a zombie book."
Oh yeah.
But they made it where it wasn't
I
just
didn't
zombie
feel it at all.
where humans were degrading over time.
Yeah.
It was they're evolving, and even the creatures like cats and dogs are breeding with each other and creating these new off breeds of
fucked up
nightshades or shade creatures.
Yeah.
And the world is evolving past human ability. Like, it's not just that the world is reverting backwards like in a zombie movie. It's moving forward.
And the humans can't keep up.
Yeah, and the humans definitely cannot keep up with this shit.
Yeah. No, it's very good. Obviously, if you like it, keep reading it. If you want us to keep reading it, let us know. That's all it takes. But we can get to this kind of segment. Probably won't stick around. It's news stories, and we're just gonna react to them. The problem with this segment is that
by the time you hear this, it's at least over a month and a half old.
By the time we hear it, it's usually like 3 weeks old. By the time it gets to y'all,
I've got a todayer.
Month and a half.
I've got a todayer.
A todayer?
A todayer.
All right, hit me with it.
Marvel Comics' first ever comic sells at auction for $2.42 million. Came out in 1939, introducing Submariner and the original Human Torch. Yeah. And the comic was graded at 9.2.
Yeah, it's a 9.2?
A 9.2.
This thing's almost 100 years old.
1939. And it was graded
Timely
at
Comics?
9.2.
Timely Comics.
Yes.
Ooh.
It was original. What
kept
was
in
the
a folder?
original? Huh?
Timely, like kept in a folder in a safe?
They didn't explain how it was preserved.
I mean, a lot of things kept that paper, certainly back then, that paper, that deteriorates.
What was the original cost of the comic?
2 cents?
No, 10 cents.
Oh, shit.
And
you get a whole dime novel. What are you doing?
What they had it in the article I read. How much was the artist paid for the cover of the comic? What do you think he was paid for the cover of the comic? And I will say it is in a dollar amount under 50.
$5?
He was paid $25 to draw the cover of that comic.
It's more than I thought.
Yeah. Now, I don't remember what it was sold for, but I remember maybe 4 years ago-ish, the Superman.
Number 1?
Yeah, Superman number. It wasn't called Superman though. It was
there's a
the one where he's holding up a car.
It's
not Superman. It's
Adventure
Comics. No.
Maybe because they keep Action Comics.
Action Comics. That's what it was.
Action Comics number 1.
Yeah.
The only comic that was a reprint that ever sold as well as the original, Superman number 1, was a reprint of Action Comics number 1.
Wow.
Yeah. And
now,
it sold just as well.
It's got to be somewhere around that 1930 ish number. But I do think that one was sold for like a 4-point-something million.
Yeah.
Like double what this Marvel was. And what's crazy is a 9.2, but you've got Submariner and the original Human Torch. They call him the original Human Torch because it's not the version
It's
that
not
we
the
think of in
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
It's a guy who is literally always on fire.
Yeah. So it's not that same idea.
Uh-huh.
And so imagine if it was Iron Man in that first issue or Thor in that first issue, how much more would have been sold for? Where Action Comics introduced Superman, so now everybody goes, "Oh, well, I have to have that. That's $4 million."
Yeah, but like Iron Man didn't really get cool until the MCU. Like as hard as that is for some people to believe, like.
But imagine where Submariner is now.
They had him as like a major role player, but he was always called like old Buckethead or something.
Yeah. But imagine where Submariner is now.
He's a borderline X-Men.
Correct, but he's not. If you just asked a casual Marvel fan who is Submariner, everybody just looking and like, who is that? That's not a character.
He was important enough to get bought by Fox,
which
is why they completely stopped writing him.
I totally agree that now he's important, but it's not like.
Well, no, like when Marvel almost went bankrupt in the 90s, Sony got Spider-Man, Fox got X-Men, and Fantastic Four. Correct me, Universal got Hulk and the Submariner.
But they didn't do anything, with it.
And
they kind of almost fucked Hulk.
And then Marvel was like, well, we're not going to. I take that back. That's something they started doing when they bought all their characters back. They stopped. Because that's when all of a sudden the Inhumans got a huge push.
And then failed almost instantly.
Oh, no. They bought the rights back to X-Men. They're like, all right, we actually don't need that.
The Inhumans are now failed.
Again, it was... I wouldn't say failed. They were like, we don't need you anymore.
Because there was a really good show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that were the Inhumans.
Well, yeah, that's what they tried to do in the comics, where like they had that purple haze that went on. It was a huge event while we were in college.
Wasn't that the whole Civil War? The whole point of Civil War 2?
Yeah, because that one kid was in a
because a kid and he could see into the future.
Yeah,
and that was the whole point of Civil War 2.
Do we arrest people
off of
for crimes?
That they haven't committed. And then now Inhumans aren't even.
Apparently, I sent you that. Got deleted apparently.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're doing a X-Men versus Inhumans versus Avengers type style called Judgment Day.
That does sound interesting.
And it's like the Inhumans being like, was it Inhumans? It might have been Eternals.
What?
In that thing, it was either Eternals or Inhumans. Because they talk about how, I think it's Eternals. Fuck me.
Not Inhumans?
Yeah, not Inhumans. It's the Eternals. Because
I'm pretty sure Inhumans are gone. I mean,
yeah.
In the Marvel world, Inhumans are now X-Men. It's now.
Some of the Eternals and humans look like each other, so it's fucked with me. But yeah, because they're like, we have to finish the mission we were put on this earth to do, and then I was like, wait, that sounds a lot more like the Eternals than the Inhumans.
That makes sense.
But yeah, and the mission is to kill the X-Men. So,
the only other thing I've got for again came out today, kind of shit. Again, this is March 19th, 2022. So it's gonna be dated pretty well. Zack Snyder posted his version of John Stewart Green Lantern.
Is John Stewart?
John Stewart Green Lantern.
Who was the actor?
I didn't write that down.
Damn.
And he was not somebody I recognized.
Okay, well that's fine.
I'll
tell you what, if that had been Hal Jordan, I was like, I don't care. Like they're not doing it.
No, but it was
Zack
John
Snyder
Stewart.
versus done. John Stewart. I'm gonna go Google that.
And apparently, again, the Aris Quiones.
Aris Quiones.
I don't know why I put a K there. From
Valiant.
God dang, my brain's fried now.
Nope, Variant. Valiant's the comic company.
From Variant, posted today, and that's where I saw it at. Had the still of the image, and apparently Zach put it out on his page today, Instagram, Twitter, whichever one. And again, I'm sure Zach did it as a middle finger
Yeah.
to Warner, going, "You motherfuckers
Fuck
told me I couldn't have Green Lantern, so he had to settle for Martian Manhunter, which
Still a cool character.
I would rather have Green Lantern.
I would. I would rather have John Stewart.
Yes, and Ares said he would rather have Martian Manhunter than a Green Lantern. But again, like we said growing up, we watched the Justice League we watched the Justice League with John Stewart.
Yeah,
and that is my Green Lantern. Is the John Stewart, not Hal. I
will say the plot twist of that general being Martian Manhunter.
That's pretty
good. Damn good.
Pretty good.
I had a news story.
Other than that, Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, Star Wars fan, I could sit here for an hour and talk about it, but I can't do that.
At this point, the show will probably be coming out this week.
No, it won't come out till May 26th. Or
what is this month?
25th.
This is April?
The next month.
Oh, next month. Cool. So we could have said that and acted like it was a complete new trailer that's probably going to come out. Did you all see that new second trailer? Yeah. I think I alluded to it at some point this month. Donny Cates now writing the Hulk. Didn't know that was going. Don't know when it starts. Don't know if it has already started.
Don't know the story arc.
No. But I can take Venom off my pull list and put Hulk on.
I did buy the hardcover, or not the hardcover, the copy of Venom 300, 100, whatever it was called.
That was Donny Cates'
It was Donny Cates' last one. I did buy it. Haven't read it. Never even finished the Venom run he did that we started.
No. Burnt out.
Which is horrible to say, but
great run.
We got
King in Black was good.
For some reason, we got burned out with it.
Did you ever watch that video? I need to talk to Mike. Did you ever watch that video I sent you that possibly the MCU is leading to Null?
Dude, what?
I sent you some type of fan theory on one of, it was either a text with a YouTube video link or a Twitter message or something. And it said it was the YouTube video of like the crazy Marvel theory. And then it said, I put the caption, God is coming. Because that was the thing from Venom.
I think I did read it, but I didn't watch it or listen either way. I think I saw you send it to me, but
basically, it had something to do with the Eternals because now.
Well, it's the dude
because Null fought the Eternals because they brought light.
Correct.
It was Thanos because you haven't watched the Eternals.
No, but you can go ahead. I get the principle.
In the Eternals, the Celestials are born from planets, but we're basically heating an egg. When the world gets too overpopulated, it gets too hot, and that's what hatches the Celestial from the planet. There's a Celestial in Earth, and we're getting too overpopulated. Was Thanos trying to
prevent
that? Because we see on Titan, on his planet, what looks like easily like a Titan could have like torn it apart, and like this Earth being like split in half from a Titan hatching out.
But isn't Thanos a Titan?
No, the planet's called Titan.
Well, no, Thanos?
He's technically a Eternal.
Thanos is an Eternal.
Is technically like, but the whole point of is like this group of Eternals.
He's trying to prevent more Titans.
No, Titan's the planet.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Titan is the planet.
Correct.
The big, like, Celestial in charge of everything, that red one that kept showing in trailers.
Yeah.
That one, they make Eternals to protect planets and stuff like that.
Okay.
And basically prepare them and to, like, make sure the population of that planet grows and protect them, make sure they're safe. And, to have enough population to heat up the Earth and hatch another Celestial. Got it?
Okay, gotcha.
Now, some Eternals have their hardwiring go wrong, and they realize what's going on, and that's what happens to Earth. Our Eternals, most or a handful of them wake up and be like, "Oh, this is fucked up. We shouldn't be doing this."
Shouldn't get a population to death.
Or should like stop the Celestial. We don't want to kill the humans because we love them. We've lived among them.
Gotcha.
But we don't want that Celestial to hatch, so we got to figure out what to do.
Gotcha.
Now the theory is that Thanos also woke up in a sense and was like, "We need to kill half the people."
That way,
because
that
the
would
Celestial will
Celestials even longer.
Yeah, the Celestial won't come.
Okay.
And then somehow,
because Thanos is an Eternal, right?
Is technically because like there's a character who is an Eternal and is Thanos' brother.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
You would imagine
Thanos would be an Eternal. Yeah, go ahead.
And then there's some stuff I can't remember, but basically it was like the Ebony Blade is there.
Correct.
Shows up,
which was a big deal in the Null story.
Yeah, and then the part of Venom chopped off at the end of Spider-Man, the end credit scene.
Correct.
And now that the Venom is in the MCU.
And also in Sony.
Yes, but I don't think that this ties into this theory.
Okay.
But so could it be, and like, Null fought the Celestials because they brought light into his void of darkness.
Because he was born of right. Right.
So could they somehow be leading into Null coming about and being a big bad?
That would be very interesting because, again, Eras and other comic guys I've listened to, their whole theory with the way comics are going now, because the Marvel was such a big hit, the MCU, is that they're going to start writing comics
for movies.
Yeah. So the comics that we read today may be movies in 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'll have to find the video again that explains it better, but
the way I thought we were going to see the MCU move to was going to be more of the big bad from Fantastic Four, not Galactus. Dr. Doom, Galactus. I thought we were going to see Galactus, which then would introduce more of the celestial type stuff.
Yeah.
We've also got Secret War coming, which would then introduce more foreign universal threats.
Yeah, that's going to be good. But no. There is a pathway to Null in the MCU right now.
That would be, I don't know. Holy shit.
Yeah. You'd have to find a way to get Venom back in the universe, but
Sony's going to make a deal again with Disney because
I hope so.
It's just
because let's be honest, like I like that there's a Venom movie. I enjoy them. Those Venom movies are not up to MCU standard.
I haven't even watched them yet, but I can just tell, like seeing the trailers, you sit there and go, "This doesn't fit." It's just not.
It feels like a Sony made movie.
To be totally honest, we haven't seen Morbius at this point because we're in March.
Yeah.
But even the Morbius trailer has that feel to it of
at best.
Has that feel to it of this doesn't fit.
I'm not gonna go see it 3 times. I can tell you that much.
It doesn't fit with that. Oh, this is in a huge story arc. Yeah.
And they literally have the Vulture in the trailer
of Morbius.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes.
We alluded to earlier, we need to get going because I'm tired.
I need to go to the bathroom. So,
Comixology, huge update, not great.
I've got dislikes and likes about it. The biggest thing I like,
and we sit here and pump Comixology all the time.
The biggest thing I like about Comixology now with the update is when you want to change, like if you want to go back a bunch of pages, you can tap it and just zoom back.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't like the way the layout is anymore.
Do you have you
back out?
You read on a Kindle. I read on a iPad.
Yeah.
Do you have an actual store in your app?
I do.
I can get the comics book. I can search for comics on there. I can get the Comixology Unlimited ones and download them straight from there. Everything else, I literally have to go to Amazon. And when you go type in, like, we have to do a million times for this show. Oh, hey, there's a Morbius movie coming out. Let me search all the Morbius books.
Yeah.
And then you type in Morbius. You have to go to Amazon, type in Morbius, and there's everything but comic books.
Yeah, it's
super
gonna be
fucking
action figures
annoying.
and everything. Now,
Yeah.
from my side is when you sent me the page that we needed to do Morbius. When I typed in Morbius, it pulled up Morbius.
Yeah.
But now, instead of pulling up the series, it now gives me every Morbius comic.
Oh Lord!
And so I've got to find the one we want to do.
Yeah.
Click it, but then when it clicks it, it just brings up that volume 1 picture and then gives you a description. Then it says, do you want to see more? Like do you want to see the series? It's like, no fucking shit, I want to see the series.
Yeah.
And so I have to go to series. There is no cart anymore.
No.
So now when you click it, it's buy. It's not it's not just
that could go
cart.
Bad. Yeah.
And when I bought when I bought Morbius, it was, I clicked it thinking it was going to the cart, and all of a sudden, oh, that went straight to my shit.
Oh boy, I hope that was the right one.
Yeah. So it's not, so you don't have the very, like with the old one, you built a cart and you went, all right, I like this, I don't like that, I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
No, it's clunky. And then also you've got the Discover and library, and your library isn't smooth anymore.
No. And you can't sort it however you want.
No.
I mean, apparently this all came because they wanted to integrate it with Amazon.
But why would you not just leave it the way it was and then integrate it with Amazon?
Because that literally isn't how the word integrate works, Davis.
I get that, but damn.
But I don't know. We're definitely not the first people to tell Amazon it sucks.
Man,
they say they're working.
There's a lot of people that don't like this.
They say they're working on it. I hope they are. But
Amazon ain't gonna change this.
I don't know, man. They might.
I hope so, because it's the only feature so far I like is, instead of on Comixology when you click the massive page and there was a little text and you had to figure out what the screen was. This one you get to scroll through them all. Yeah. That's the only thing I like so far. But other than that, I don't like the way that the library's built. I don't like that when you click on it, it gives you your comics, but they're not on your hard drive anymore. You've got to re-download them. Yeah. Even though I've got a chip in my Kindle that tells it it's on my Kindle. Yeah. Like it's downloaded to my Kindle, yet I'm having to re-download it now.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the new Comixology.
Comixology is already, it was already kind of losing. Apparently, I've never heard of any of the other digital platforms, but apparently the other ones were pretty decent. And this was already losing, and now it's even worse.
Now it might be gone.
So, I don't know. Don't know what we're reading next week. Check our Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. It's almost 1 o'clock here.
Shit, it's probably past that now.
Don't tell me that. Tell them that. But we'll see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all. Come back. Shout out Uncle Richard.
Bye.
Bye.